Good evening, everybody. RV Debs here. It's Friday night, and I am doing a live stream. Come on in. I made myself, just finished it. A big old pretty mug of coffee. A mug from my friend Diane. It's hot. It's good. Let me open up a window so I can see the chat easier. Hi, Linda. I see you walking in. Oops. It's starting to... Oh, I screwed that up good. All right. I clicked on an other video of mine, not my live stream. Okay, this time I got it. Okay, this time I got it. Okay, welcome everybody. Come on in and grab a chair. Hi, Faye. I'm good tonight. Thank you. How are you guys? Hi, Darby. Please, how's Faye doing tonight? How's Darby and how's Linda? While I sip my coffee. You know, it's been chilly here. I mean, it's been pretty darn wonderful. I'm glad you're good. You are good. Yeah, we had a nice drop in weather, which makes everybody feel a lot friskier, a lot more cheerful. And tonight, the window's open here. It's not cold. It's just right. It's comfy. I'm excited. And I'm actually feeling like dressing, you know? I'm enjoying the cooler temperatures too. Maybe it'll stick around. Although this coming week, it looks like we're going to be like beautiful weather, but in like during the day 80s. But that's wonderful. I don't mind that. It's when it's, you know, like 100, 98. I know, Darby. I mean, the day before, like, we had the cold front come Wednesday. Tuesday, it was 97 degrees. Was so weird. And then that night I took the dogs out about 2 in the morning and it was in the 50s or 60s. I don't know. It was cold. And then the morning it was like 47 here. And the pups are great. Hi, Maryland. You're having a chocolate malt. That sounds even better than coffee, but I just had to have something. I didn't make dinner. And my dogs have not been wanting what I cook them for. So I'm thinking I'm going to stop cooking for them for a few days and see if they really, you know, will eat when I start cooking again. Hi, Carla. Well, welcome. Put your feet up, man. Get a drink or something and relax, because sometimes days are difficult and we got to chill. You know, when you get over 50s, when you get in your 50s and 60s and 70s, you don't want to be stressed out too long. You really don't. You want to definitely channel your energy in a good way for yourself, for your own health. How you feeling, Maryland? Are you doing good? I bet your knee's getting better a little bit every day. And the motion and everything. Another month and you'll be like, oh yeah, back to normal. But it does take time. That's the thing. It's easy for me to go, oh yeah, I hope you're feeling better. But I do know that my dad had his knees done both, well, one at a time. And he just had the hardest time. And he was older than you. It really was hard on him. I don't think he ever really felt good again anyway. You're in bed so early. Just because you're hanging out, but you're not like going to sleep, are you? Darby, what time do you go to bed? It's 7:30. It's 8:30 by you. Hi, Kimberly. Yeah, are you okay? That's a good thing to say, Faye. Darby's more than okay. She's got to be. Are you in bed because you're sick? Or you're tired? Or you just felt like laying down and listening? You get up early. Yeah, lately I have not been getting up early. Um, I just haven't. Hi, Linda. Nice to see you. Oh, let's see. And Laura's here. Hi, Laura. Oh, those are pretty flowers. And let's see, Marilyn. The knee is better. Good. I told BV. Oh, personal best today. See, so you went through your knee surgery and now you are actually starting to really feel better, and it does take time. It's going to be a much better thing for you in the long run. So, anyway, you know what? I found on Dish Network that actually they kind of sent me like a message about this one channel, channel 198, and it's like wallpaper, only it's like right now I've got it on, I've got it muted, but it's waterfalls. But they've got forests, waterfalls, beach, animals. Um, I think they had a lot, so it's kind of neat to have it in the background. They had even had a underwater and just all kinds of stuff. Anybody else have that? Does anybody else have Dish Network? Hi, Abby May Rose. Thank you. I just made this today. Oh yeah, I forgot. Let me share with you. It does happen to match really good this blouse, or t-shirt anyway. This one, I just made it with a lot of new stuff, like there's mother of pearl hearts. Look at that pretty flower. Creamy, gorgeous shell, abalone kind of thingy, and crystals. Yeah, it's pretty nice. I made that one, and I'll show you the other one I made. I made two new necklaces. Hi, Barbara. Good morning from Australia. I'm in good spirits. I hope you are too. Very windy where you are. Well, we had lots of rain, and now we've got like the calm after all the rain. It's beautiful here. Barbara's husband had 2 knees and a hip replacement. I call him the bionic man. Did he heal up pretty good? But how long did it take him to get his knees back? You know. Hi, Monk. Welcome. Yeah, I like that. It's pretty much oceany colors. That's kind of, a lot of turquoise. And then I made another one. Let me get that one because I think that's really pretty too. I made this one yesterday. I made this today, and I made this yesterday using, oh my gosh, all these beautiful new beads I have. Look at those pretty beads. It's all like browns, natural, neutral colors. So it's beautiful. I'm happy with that one. Oh, that was for you, Darby, I really did. I did it for you. I sure did. Reluctant Recluse, welcome and thank you for coming in. Yay. Yeah, I did when I thought, because it's easy for me to sit here and put something on and do my coloring and not really think about YouTube whatsoever. But I know Darby likes it, so I thought I will for her. Hello, Molly. You know what? I'll show you what I'm coloring. Molly and I color a lot. This one I'm not done with. It's huge. But because I still have this part right here to do. But that's intense. And all these ones at the end that I'm doing now are like the last ones in the book that I have. I kind of kept them to the end. Either I didn't think I liked them that much, or they looked too intense, teeny weeny, But I'm doing them now. Well, thank you so much, Marilyn. I love doing beading. It's really fun. PJ. Hi, PJ. So good to see you. Thank you so much for coming in. Everybody here is so wonderful. I just love my little channel. I really do. Takes almost a year before feeling completely normal. Oh, okay. You know what, Marilyn? That's what did Barbara say? He still is recovering. Yeah, it takes a while. I mean, but yeah, I have to figure out how to set that up. I don't know if it'll be ASMR beating. I don't know if I can even do that. That means I have to move. I need another stand like the one I have here so I could put the one in the garage. That way I wouldn't have to keep moving everything around. But I have to order it. I'll have to put it in my budget. I don't really have a budget. Do you guys have budgets? I'm not good really with money. I mean, I know I've never been bad on paying payments. I'm very, responsible, but I kind of just like, if I've got the money, and I really want something, I get it or buy it or, go out to eat. Okay. Barbara says she's making hexagons to pass the time away. Stitching. Yes, this is what I do. I sit here and I'll get something on or listen to some music, and I just get lost in the colors. I'll look up and see if there's something, I need to see on TV. But it does actually, it's very habit forming too. You have a budget. You say you can't function without it, right, PJ? I really don't know why I don't budget myself. I know what I spend every month. I've got reoccurring bills. Oh, hi, Sonny. Blind Views is a sweetheart. He's such a cool guy. I really like him. I really relate to Blind Views, and I didn't even know that until I started to get to know him. And so anyway, yeah, he's a nice man and very talented and witty. Hi, Vanilla Rain. Okay, let me see. Molly says, I'm listening closely to your experience. I need both knees, and frankly, yes, it scares me. Now, Linda's husband is the one setting up the your little budget, huh? Yeah, it's hard to have a budget. I've never sat down. I mean, I have. I can't say never. But I don't really sit down and make a list. I know in my head what I need. It's even like hard for me to bring a list to the grocery store, although lately I've got an app on my phone and it's the shopping list, and I do try to use it. If I skipped anybody, I don't, please know I don't mean to. A surprise live, well, you know what? That's fine. I'm glad. Listen, we can all share. Hi, Constantine. So good to see you. Always, always. Such a nice, handsome man right there. Vanilla Rain says that the main thing is with a budget is to making sure that you have less going out than coming in. And the emergency fund is, I don't have any credit cards now. And I used to have several. I used to use them. The app is good. I can't show it to you because I'm on my phone. But yeah, it's shopping list and it works real good. I do try to get a list going because we don't live very close to the grocery store that we like, the Walmart or the big ones. I wind up making a list. But I'm not one of those people that sit and budget, and I'm not real tight, and I have a hard time controlling that part of me. If I go out of the house, I spend money. So I stay home a lot. Maryland says, I budget every month. It really tells your money where to go and gives you permission to spend. Think of it as a positive thing, and it's much easier. True, true. It's all how you think about things, really. Yeah, it's good to have a couple $1,000s in the bank for emergencies. Um, let's see. Vanilla Rain says one little credit card, like $500 secured card. That's the way. Yeah, I could do that, and I have thought of it because I have the same bank for 11 years, and I know they'll give me a credit card. I just, I think once I gave up credit cards because of all the stuff that I just got over my head. It happened like really a long time ago, like 2008, when the recession hit and nobody was going to arts and crafts shows and everything went from the normal amount to like 50%. It really did. Yummy coffee, and look, what a pretty cup. This was sent to me by Diane. She comes in here once in a while, and I love it. It's a birthday, it's your birthday. You've never had a credit card, Sunny Shine. That's interesting. I used to have a lot of them. Hi, Amanda. Drinking coffee with me, see, sister? We're on the same. She's my friend, soul sister over there. Hi, Minnow Fairy. That's true. Minnow Fairy says it's good because they once had a identity theft, and our budget saved us big time because we could prove what we spent. Hmm. Yeah, I'm one of those like. You, you know what's interesting? I just fed my dogs, and they've been being weird. It seems like where I used to always put Rosie's food over on there and Lily's food over here, and lately, Rosie's eating Lily's and Lily's eating Rosie's. Barbara's having coffee too. Yeah, it's a coffee cup, coffee clutch. Anyway, you can do whatever you want to do. Have a cocktail, have coffee, have iced tea, have a Diet Coke, have a real Coke. Carla, I don't find a person can travel without a credit card these days. Yeah, well, I mean, I have a credit card, but it's also a debit card. So it works like a credit card. I just have to make sure that I have the money in there. Faye's drinking coffee too. Hey, hey. Oh, look, your friendly ghost is here. Hello. Welcome. We're having a friendly chat, having coffee or whatever, and hanging out, talking about budgeting. Is that what it is? Menno Fairy says that my dogs must be feeling the Mars retrograde. Yeah, they're just being weird. Now, Rosie's right there. Say hi. Hey, Rosie, did you like dinner? I'm glad you ate. You've been so picky lately. Yeah, you have been. She's pretty picky. Well, she never used to be picky. Yeah, coffee seems right when it's chilly out, too. I just am so happy to have it be chilly for a change. Thank you, PJ. I think so, too. They're both such nice dogs. They love children. They love other animals. And they're really sweet. And they don't run away, which is a good thing. Hi, so what's going on? Let's see. Same with my cat, Minnow Fairy. Yeah, so I'm lucky to have two little good girls. They are. Yeah, Carla, is your spirits picking up? I hope, because if you couldn't get in a better mood with my friends here in this room, we have such positive, happy. We're not always happy, okay? No one's ever always anything, but it's so much easier to be in a light, happier mood than to be in a dark mood. You know what I mean? And I do hope that you guys feel good. Constantine, is so weird that they don't just jump down and want to eat. I mean, I make them hamburger fresh. I don't know. Hi, Sharon. How are you, sweetie? Hot in Maryland today. Well, it was just right here today. I mean, it was just, and the sunset's gorgeous right now. I'm missing it, but that's fine. There's always tomorrow. But today was perfect. Thank you, Darby. I try. Exactly, Carla. You know, sometimes just, I was just watching something that really moved me. I had to turn it off because I was getting ready to go live and I was like making my coffee and it was the 9/11, like a tribute to 9/11. It's on. Hi, Maya. Welcome, sweetie. I'm just chatting away. Oh, thank you, Linda. You're so sweet. Yeah, we're just having sunset now. But anyway, I was watching the tribute, and it was about this young 20-something-year-old who lost his life in 9/11, and always wore a red bandana, and he, like, actually saved many people by going up the stairs and guiding them and carried a lady down. And anyway, he lost his life. But just listening to the story, my God, I started to boo-hoo, and I thought, I don't want to cry. I just put some makeup on. I don't want to cry. So I kind of had to turn it off because it's sad. I think if I get a credit card, it would just be for like emergencies. Sometimes you do have one, you know. Luckily, thank God, anything I've really had to like get, I had the money, and if I didn't, I've been fortunate. Kathy's mom helped me with my car, but I paid her back. And every week when I paid her, she I wrote her a thank you note. You know, I got a special card because she's a card giver. She gives everybody cards. She's the card giver at the church. I mean, she doesn't even know people, and she buys the cards with her own money. She's 90. So when I did pay her all back, and she told me, she's very kind. She said, you know, you paid me back, and you know, you could always get it again. So in a way, I have a credit card. Oh, you're in bed with your oxygen tonight, Minnow Fairy. I'm so sorry. I hope you feel okay. I hope you're all right. Yeah, it just actually, it's just dusk. Like it's still light out, but it's going. Yeah, 9/11. Where were you? Let's discuss it a little bit. I'll tell you what happened to me that day. I was watching the news. Kathy was in the shower in her bedroom, opposite side of the place, our home. At the time, we lived together. Um, I had just met my husband, but he was up in Wyoming at this time, and so I was missing him. I'm watching the news, and I see the first plane go into the building, and I'm thinking, oh my God. I was like dumb. I really thought immediately that the building was going to like go down. I just felt it. So I ran into the bedroom to Kathy's room and I yelled in the door. A plane just hit, you know, the World Trade Center. And then she came out and we watched the second one. At that point, I thought we were under attack. And I'll tell you what, that was a heavy day in my life. In everybody's life, actually. It was pretty heavy that night. And I know I had a friend over for dinner and I ran to the grocery store. And people in the grocery store were looking like zombies. I know I must have. Just buying something. And I was like trying to just get through that day, you know? Okay, anyway, I know. I'm not even... Constantine said I pay my car insurance with credit card monthly. That's a good thing to do. I got off on my own little world, and I'm glad I'm back. Maryland Monroe says, I was on a road trip once, and my transmission died oh, that's a bummer. At the last minute before I left home, I put the credit card in my wallet, and it really saved my trip. Yes. Well, I mean, I tell you, that's one of the things. If I do go on trips, I do get worried because I don't have a whole lot of money in the bank. You know, it's like monthly thing. Sunny Shine said I was working at Consumers Energy and they put our building on lockdown until 4 p.m. that day. We got a TV in our area and listened to what was happening. I bet that was so scary. Welcome. Hi, Seattle, Judy. Welcome, welcome. So glad to see you. You know, it was like really the craziest time. I mean, the coronavirus has pretty much matched it, you know? But the shock of it and the heartache, it was just beyond, you know? Face it, I was at work and my twin called to say, get to the TV, the World Trade Center's been hit plane. Yeah, that's what happened to me. I ran to Kathy and then I remember Nathan, they lived in Florida. Nathan's Kathy's son that has the three boys. And he called and we were like on the phone together, like in shock, really in shock. You know, the other time in my life that heavy of a thing was when Kennedy was shot, when John F. Kennedy was shot in Dallas. The whole, and I was a young kid then, but I remember the grief. Oh my gosh, the whole country was in grief, just like 9/11. And I think really like the coronavirus has really made us all grieve a lot of things. You know, we're grieving freedoms, grieving people that have died, and grieving sick people, and grieving fear, just fear. And oh my gosh, we're in another heavy time. I know it was before iPhones. That's right. Oh yeah, 9/11 was that was a wicked thing. That was great. Oh my God, not great, good, great, bad. Sunny Shine said, I'll never forget it because the bosses were worried if we were next. Yeah, I felt like we were being attacked. I felt like we were watching the beginning of an attack. I mean, how often do planes go into buildings? They don't. People don't want to go into buildings usually. Faye says that I was in 8th grade when Kennedy was shot. Horrible time. Yeah, I think I was like in 6th grade, if I recall. Or maybe 8th. What year was that? Isn't that terrible that I don't remember the year that Kennedy was shot? Was it 62? Bad memory. Hello, Icy. 63. I was 13. Yeah. Okay. 63. And I just remember I was 13 and it was a horrible thing. Wow, Kimberly said she was born on his funeral day. Yeah, so that was like, I mean, we didn't really have like what we have, the division we have now. I mean, I just remember my parents and everyone were grieving the loss of the president. Like everyone, they didn't matter who you were or what your politics was. It was a heartbreak for the country. And we were very together. And the same thing on 9/11. We all pulled together. We felt attacked. All of us felt it. And I'm just hoping that we can all stop the division, what's going on now, and try to get back together again. And love each other's differences because it's okay. Um, Let me go back. Missed something. Um, okay, Constantine said I was working in Los Angeles. I was working in Los Angeles. We all got sent home because the fear of attacking in Los Angeles. I know. And then we heard about the planes, that the plane that went down. God, it was crazy. Maya said I remember the blue skies where when there was no air traffic. Oh yeah. Molly said locally heavy times when I lived in DeKalb, the Valentine's school shooting in NIU. Friends, especially my best friend, on lockdown. Scary time there, yes. Carla said, the amazing grace and beauty of the people of New York during those trying times was what I remember. I was shown a series of wonderful heroes fighting a disease. I wish COVID was shown as a series of wonderful heroes fighting disease. It should be. You're right, Carla. Yeah, and yes, PJ says, embrace our differences. There's nothing wrong with that. God didn't make any mistakes, He made all kinds of people. So you should love your neighbor, whether they're different than you or they don't believe like you do. As long as they can smile at you and you can smile at them. And, you know, people are so divided these days. But we don't, in our family, we don't talk politics when we get together. They know. Constantine says nothing's been the same since 9/11. An era ended. Yeah, that was a heavy, 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 heavy time. Marilyn says President Kennedy was killed on my birthday. Ooh, my mom had let me wear my Easter dress to school, and it's funny the things you remember. That's sad, though, that was your birthday. So happy birthday. Oh, that's right, 63. I forget the month that he died. Well, you'll never forget that one. Molly says, truly the world needs love right now. I love all people too, Faye. Thing is not everybody's like that, unfortunately. Maya said, I remember our teacher telling us about JFK and then dismissing us to go home. Yeah, I was at school when I heard I guess the principal got on the loudspeaker system, and I just remember everybody crying. Everybody was crying. It was, honestly, it would never happen the same today. November 22nd, 1963. Thank you, Maryland. Thank you, Minnow Fairy. Butterbean Head, are you coming? Did you just slide in here? Hello, sweetie. Welcome. Yeah, we're chatting a little bit about really nostalgic things that really have left major impressions on us all, like 9/11 and like the day that Kennedy was shot in Dallas, and now we've got the COVID, and there's been so many other things too, of course. Yeah, that's a good thing, Faye, not to talk about religion or politics. It's best. I made it a point now that no matter what I'm thinking or I want to share something I see on Facebook, I'm not sharing anything political. And it's hard because I sometimes want to, but I'm not gonna. Sassy Lassie says Martin Luther King. And then JF. Yeah, Junior. Oh, that was another heavy thing. I remember my dad was watching the news. I was in the living room too, but I mean, I don't even know if I was paying attention to the news. I was, a teenager, and we saw it live. That John F. Kennedy Jr. You know what I mean. Another heavy one too, Barbara. Vanilla, is the day that the Challenger fell out of the sky. I was in college. The Challenger. I was a disc jockey. I was a disc jockey for maybe a year and a half of my life. I went to broadcasting school and I got placed anyway in Clearwater, Florida at WTAN, and there was a small radio, played yesterday's hits, and I was on the air, and I heard the news. They have like the old-fashioned news machine. And it never went off like this. And it was like ding, 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 And I remember the man that owned the radio station kind of moved me out of my chair and took over. And I was in shock anyway. So it was a good thing he did that. Look at this. See, we're coming up with a lot of stuff. Seattle Judy said, during my life, I've seen so much history, not just the heartbreaking times, but positive changes. Yes, good stuff too, and we can also mention good stuff that's happened to all of us. And you're right, there's so many things like when Elvis died, that's what Barbara says. I was singing and playing guitar in Key West at a place called Two Friends Restaurant and Patio Bar. It's still open today. And that's when I heard the news about John Lennon. I remember that. And I tried to sing Imagine. Thank you, Vanilla Rain. What I liked about radio was not being live on the air that much. But I did enjoy making commercials, doing voiceovers, and I did that for a while at that WTAN. Wrote the commercials and did voices. That's another one, Allison. Hi, Allison. She says when Princess Diana died, that was another heavy night. Very, of course. And you know what was a really heavy night? Remember that when they had the tsunami in Vietnam and that area of the world, and it was really bad? That kept me up. That really. But I guess those heavy duty memories, you know, we all will have them. That was quite the thing. I remember that. I need a dozen donuts. No, I only need a couple of donuts, but I mean, I don't have anything. Actually, I did have some ice cream this week, and I was very compulsive about it. Really, Maya says her son was born when the day Elvis died. I think so too, Sonny. Yeah, Princess Diana would be proud of her sons. Oh, a really fresh donut right out of the machine, you know, like at Krispy Kreme. Ugh. I have such a sweet tooth. I guess it's because I'm so sweet. Or maybe I'm so sour, I need a lot of sugar. Everybody wants donuts. So, Faye, while you're passing them out. Yeah, hot Krispy Kremes. Ooh. I used to do this big arts and craft fair in Georgia called, it's in Stone Mountain, Georgia. It's right in the park, and it's called the Yellow Daisy. It's like 4 days. Big fair, like like maybe close to 500 exhibitors. And I think it was like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and on like Thursday or something, I think, they would have all these Krispy Kreme donuts, boxes of them, dozens and dozens, and all of the exhibitors would come, and they could bring a box back and have coffee. And oh my gosh, that's another good memory. Okay, let's see. Carla, she says, how different our reactions are now with the instant news. I know, that's available. The stresses of the world are announced in pre-TV, pre-net. Much of the distant news never reached our stress. I know, we didn't have that. Exactly, I got what you mean. Hi, Vicky. Hi, Victoria. Yeah, well. Oh, you have a baby Maltese puppy. Carla, congratulations. Teething on you. Oh. Totally, Kathy has a new baby Maltese too. A good cup of coffee, wonderful to get the morning going. Well, I've got my coffee today. It's getting kind of cool. Oh my gosh. Sassy says, for those who pray, my granddaughter is only about 24 minutes from Oregon's fire. Oh my gosh. Requesting prayers. Elizabeth's her name. Dear God, watch over her, Elizabeth and her family. What? Lily wants to say something. Ooh, Judy, that sounds so good. She made homemade pho. Oh, Amanda, your favorite soup. Pho. Pho, whatever you want to call it. Come here. Come here. Come on over here then. Let's go up here. You got the whole couch. Let's go. Come on. Come let's first say hello to everyone. Okay, I know, this is your side. All right. Hi, everybody. Lily says hi. Amanda woke up. When I went and visited Amanda, I think it was the first time, we went out to dinner and had the pho. I like it. She did not like it. It wasn't that good, though, that particular pho. But I'm into it. Maltesers are really cute. Rosie kind of looks Maltese, but she's half Bichon and half Shih Tzu. But she looks a little bit Maltese-ish. Is that a word? Maltese-ish? Victoria says hi. Yeah, Lily's right there now. See her? And Rosie is under my feet. She loves being right by my feet. Yeah, the news. There's too much news. It's like you get it everywhere. You get it on YouTube. You get it on Twitter and all the other online. It's hard to stay away from it, really. I love my Chihuahua's face. Barbara says, "Don't you just love that face? Chihuahuas are great. Had them for over 30 years." Oh, I never had a Chihuahua. I had a Schnauzer Scotty blend. Like that Rosie. I had a Yorkie named Bowie. Cute little guy. But this little girl here, when I got Lily, I tell you, if I ever get another doggy, and I mean, I would want another Chihuahua. They're so precious. PJ, I hope you have a good night's rest and come see us. Are you going to be there tomorrow night? Butter Beanhead said that Ireland would be a nice place to live. I've never been there. I'd love to see it. Look at this. I'm wearing one of my. We used to wear. This was our costume, our outfit when we did arts and craft shows. We had well, not millions. We had several tie-dye shirts and jeans. That's what we did. This is my new necklace I made today, and it matches my shirt. I listed 2 of new ones on Etsy in case you guys are interested. Hi, Mommy Mars. She said I have 2 Chihuahuas and a Papillon that RV with us. Aw, yeah, my dogs travel real well. I mean, they're good. Thank you very much, Joyce. Let me show it close up because I'm proud of it. I've always been someone that likes to show off, and not show off in a bad way. I just like to show what I do. So that's all. I don't know what happened. I had a glitch. But this is some of the new beautiful beads. A lot of the mother of pearl from Julie. Aren't they pretty beads? All really nice blues, turquoise greens, and a lot of pearly, on the real pearls, freshwater pearls. I don't know if you can tell. Thank you, Laura. I like to share. Thank you, Maya. Yeah, so we had a cool uniform. I mean, just throw a tie-dye shirt on and ready to go, Here's another one I did yesterday. A lot of mother of pearl in this one, too, because they're beautiful and they're new. But it's all natural colors. Sort of, I guess you could call it amberish. Amberish? There. Finally got some beads going on. Sunnyshine says, I'm going to have to leave too. Oh, okay, honey. Well, you rest up and feel better real soon. I'm glad you came in. I just made it. So, Amanda, it just got listed today. Both of those. But some of the stones on some of these beads, look at that little rose bead. You don't find those anywhere, And a heart-shaped mother of pearl. Beautiful. So excited. Thank you, Barbara. Oh, that's, this is it's sort of like my retirement fund. Um, when I make stuff and sell it, it gives me that extra money, and I do try to keep a few $100s on hand, but I've not, that's about it for me. I just, I live on my Social Security and in YouTube, which is not much, but I'm appreciative of anything. Matter of fact, I got a birthday. I got my first birthday greeting, which is way early, and a card from Carla, who lives in Arkansas. Carla, thank you for the card. That was so sweet of you. If I'm frozen on your screen, refresh your page. It should come back and make it okay. Bye, Faye. Thank you for coming in. Always nice to see you. Anyway, I got that, and I got the beads. Well, you all seen that, but I did get a sweet card, and it's nice. Am I still frozen? Oh, no, good. Thank you, Victoria. Yeah, it's the internet, and there's lots of clouds. Definitely, if you've enjoyed the chat, please give me a thumbs up. I've got 72 people and only 32. Wah! Only 32 thumbs up, so let's see if I can get it to 50. Thank you, Butterbeanhead. Hi, Marilyn, darling. How are you tonight? Look like you're cooking some good stuff. I was on Instagram and noticed you're sharing your food. We had rain for a couple days, and now we had it just like mild temperatures. It feels so good. What a change. What a big change. Yeah, pictures are fun of food, actually. I like it. I sometimes share. My last video has, I didn't say anything. I didn't put anything underneath it, but you guys know. It was avocado toast, but I had smoked salmon on top. Hi, Brenda. Thank you. Thank you, sweetie. Much appreciation, all of you. You guys make up my life. Just like, I hope I help you and you help, because you help me. It's just, I've been doing okay, though. I just stay busy. I find myself, I need to keep myself busy. As long as I'm busy doing artistic stuff, mostly. Or I'm cleaning or I'm cooking, but, I gotta stay busy or else then the brain starts to think things and you don't want it to do that. Oh, I'm so glad, Barbara. Thank you. I really love having you here from all the way from Australia. Makes me feel so happy. Oh, that's interesting. Butterbeanhead says she listened to what Totally Kathy said and roasted my vegetables before making soup and added, is it butter that you meant? Butter and then homemade broth. Add the better than homemade, oh, better than homemade broth. Yeah, good homemade soup, can't beat that. Yeah, me too, Brenda. I'm not a huge cleaner. I did change my linens. That was a job because in an RV, making my bed is not as easy as it used to be when you could walk around freely around the bed. I live in a very small, I'm in a tiny home, Spinach salad sounds really healthy and sounds good. Do you have bacon in it too? I like a spinach salad with a hot bacon dressing. Yeah, but today I did my dishes. I changed the linen. I made a necklace. I worked on my mandala coloring. Um, visited with Kathy and the children came over today, so we got some hugs in. And I'm so grateful that we all are still hugging each other. At least we keep it within the family. I don't know. I don't know what to think. All I know is it was a good day. Cameron, how are you? Welcome, welcome. All the way from Scotland. He's my Scottish friend. I love that. I've got Barbara from Australia. And I've got Cameron from Scotland. Hi, Mohammed. Thank you. I'm glad to hear it, Cameron. Yeah, wow. Well, I live in a tiny home. It's 27 foot by, I don't know what this would be, 12 feet? It's like a slide out. Maybe it's more. I'm terrible with measurements. Anyway, and I fill it up, believe me. If I was going to travel in this, I would have to get rid of a lot of stuff because when you travel in a trailer or a motorhome or whatever, you can't have stuff all over. Everything has to be tucked away, and it is a hassle. No matter what anyone says, whenever you see those beautiful little campers and vans and motorhomes that look perfect, the buses that are all fixed up, when they're on the road, they can't have any crap on the counters. And Victoria's from Spain, yes. Brenda said I met 4 other friends at a park today to catch up on our gossip. Felt so good. Great to do the normal thing. Yes, any kind of normality is nice. I don't really need much more space. I mean, if I was going to design a tiny home, I would have changed the kitchen because I think this was built by a man. This was designed by men. I think most RVs are designed by guys. But if I was designing a tiny home, I would definitely make a really long kitchen counter. That would be very important. Wow, Mohammed said he's watching from Kuwait. Kuwait's far away. Everybody's pretty far, but when you're online like this, we're close, We're really close. Yeah, so the one thing I would do is have a long kitchen counter where I have enough space to leave like things on the counter. And then I would have a larger bathroom. That's the 2 things. I don't mind a small bedroom. I don't even mind my little area to live in. This size is fine. But man, I could use a nice big bathroom. Vanilla Rain says, one of the greatest thing I have discovered is with the old and in with the new. So I have a rummage sale every couple years. That's a smart thing to do. I downsized so much. When I lived in Florida, I had 2 bedrooms, 2 bathroom home with a storage place outside, like a little separate storage unit. And it was full. And now I don't have that anymore. Cameron said, I am a minimalist in my head and a clutter bug in my life. I'm cluttery. You can see I've got stuff all over. I know there's people that don't want anything on the walls at all. I mean, there's certain, and it's different people, different strokes. I like to have stuff all around that remind me of like good memories and treasures, and that's me. It's true, Maya. A man designed this. You can tell. That men look at a broad picture, and this is a general statement. Okay, I'm sure there are some men that are not gonna fit in this, or women, but women look at we're detail orientated. I think men are broad spectrum. They can lay it all out, and women get into details. I think that's why men and women work really well together. That's all I can say. They're treasures, that's right. It's just kind of cluttered treasures. Butterbean said, Yes, just a foot bigger would make a difference in my bathroom. Yeah, my bathroom's small, and like I said, it wasn't really set up to be a long-term thing, these RVs. But it's done well for me. I've been in this is 5 years that I've lived in this. That's crazy. Cameron said it depends on the man and the woman. Yes, of course. There's, there's always going to be, you know, that's not really proof or anything. But I really think in general that men will look at a broad picture and women do the detail. And that's just how I feel anyway. Does anybody agree with that? Cameron says not really. Debs artistic. Thank you, Butterbean Head. Yeah, it's kind of congested with a lot of stuff that means stuff. I mean, look up there. See all the stuff on there? I can't help it. Butterbean has said like that is like all the laundry rooms in these houses. If they would add a few racks and drawers, it would sell the house much quicker. Right. That's how I think. See, Victoria does. Butterbean Head says, yeah. And Brenda's with you, Cameron. Okay. And Constantine says, that is why I have a female doctor, attention to details. Exactly. Like a dermatologist. Now, I've had male dermatologists, and they're fine. But I do like a woman dermatologist. Thank you, Cameron. Barbara said her husband calls her a hoarder. Kathy, she gets rid of stuff, but they've got stuff. She's collected buttons and fabrics, and he's got. I mean, the garage is loaded, loaded, and every now and then, you got to kind of pull stuff out, and like I haven't touched something for so long, I guess it's time to get rid of it. But clothes, I have a very hard time getting rid of clothes. Like if I lose weight, so now I have like several beautiful tops, but they're loose on me now, which is fine. But I mean, they're really like a size bigger. I don't want to get rid of them. And then I've got stuff that I've had a long time, but I only worn it once, maybe. It's hard for me to get rid of clothes. When I was downsizing to get from a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom home to this, oh man, I had so many sales, and it was like a lot of stuff I missed. A lot of things I sold all my husband's tools, just stuff that I wasn't going to be able to bring along with me. Molly said my dad was a perfectionist, paid very much attention to detail. Yeah, so don't mind what I said because it's possibly not really true. It's just my opinion, and I'm only, what opinions are like. Barbara said I have been collecting so that when I retired, I didn't need to go shopping, have it all. Mohammed says, as long as your stuffs are meaningful to you, then keep them. If you don't use them for a long while, then it's not really important. And that's true. If I haven't touched something in, 6 months, a year or more, I guess I shouldn't, A lot of stuff I keep out of sentimental value, too. Good evening, Elaine. Welcome. It's a beautiful night here in Texas. I'm so happy. The window's open. Um, I can wear clothes, and I mean, I've been wearing. And it's funny because when you live in a travel trailer or you live in a motor home, it's all the same. When you live in an RV, and it's like change of weather, well, all of my winter clothes, just about all of my winter clothes, go under my bed. That's a lot of storage area. And the other day it went down to 47, and I had to like pick up the bed. It's easy. And I just grabbed the first few things I found. So I didn't look that great, but they were warm. Holly says, I like women docs. Love and my best to you. Mail clothes to me and mark them with a pin, and I'll make them your size, if possible, of course. Oh, well, thank you, Holly. I know that's true though. Stuff does. Cameron says it helps us be connected to our past and memories. A lot of stuff that I keep is memories, just little things. Some things I got rid of that I kind of sorry I got rid of, but and then someday I've got stuff in the garage. I have a big trunk that I haven't opened in like over 4 years, 5 years. Kathy took it to Texas when she moved here, and it's still in the garage, and it's got all of my family photos, all of my mother's ceramics that she made. Not every single, I kept a lot. Memories. And that's true. If something makes you smile and memory and happy, keep it. But like I said, you can only go so far. If I was on the road, I would not be able to have quite this kind of stuff all over. But I'm not going anywhere. This is permanent. And if I do get a camper van someday, I'll keep it minimal. I definitely will keep it minimal. TK Maxx. Is it TJ Maxx? I'm not sure what you mean, Cameron. But I do know what you mean, where you get like fake pretend vintage stuff. Holly said her husband's tired of all her memory, her treasures. It's you can't get rid of those things. TK. Oh, really? Okay. Yeah. Well, I can't say that I've never done that where I bought something that looks old and it's not really old. You know, it's a look. It fits the mode or whatever. My gypsy mode, my gypsy bohemian style. Hi, in love with health. Nice to see you. Yes, my hair is getting long. This is the first time I've worn it half up, half down. One man's treasures, another man's junk, right? On trend, exactly. Well, I thank you very much. We all have memories. I certainly have so many wonderful memories, sad memories, like talking about. We started out tonight talking about, 9/11 and where we were at the time and what other heavy duty times in our lives. I'm just really grateful that I have my health as much as I could possibly have it at my age. um, and that, right now, nothing's terrible happening here. I'm so grateful. Art Deco, you mean like in like Miami, like the I like Art Deco, but I not for me to live in it, but I do like it. Art Deco modernism. I bet it's beautiful when you get it all together. I'm still on Weight Watchers. I have not been good the last. I just keep the same. It's like I lost 30 pounds, but it goes 28 pounds, 31 pounds, 29 pounds. Like I'm sort of just staying there. And it's my own fault because I have not been saying no to myself too much. I never got a shed. Yeah, I never bought the shed. I ordered a shed and then they sent me the thing saying that it wasn't available. Then I saw the same shed for like almost twice the money. And by that time, I just never got a shed. I wish I had one. That's true in love with life. I am. I'm maintaining this. I would like to do another 30, and that's like the next goal. Even 20. Um, but not because I want to do anything special other than feel good. I like to wear clothes and not. I just went off the air for a second and now I'm back. Crazy. I don't know what's going on. That's the second time it's done that. And you're right, Barbara, because when you're hard on yourself, why? You gotta love yourself. And I have been a little too good to myself, but I'll get back into I'm still writing food down, but what happens is if I go over my points sometimes, I don't put it down. I just go, I'll wait till the next day. Good night, Butterbean Head. I'll see you soon. There's a lot of very good, yummy things to eat that's 0 points, actually. I've thought about changing from the green plan to the blue plan. And on the blue plan, you have eggs are free, fish free, chicken you can have. It doesn't count, 0. So I'm gonna maybe try something new to just give me a boost. No, it's not your computer. It's somehow I just like it turns it off, and then I go right back and hit live again, and then it reconnects. It's crazy. Never know what's going to happen on in the internet. But don't forget to give me a thumbs up tonight. I would appreciate it. It's all of us that do live streams ask, and there's a reason. The more people that um, view your stuff and react and do comments, all that stuff I think goes into it, and it makes me feel good. I tried keto. I did try the keto plan about, well, now it seems like 2 years ago. Like, yeah, I don't know. It's quite a while ago now. I did it for about 4 months. I did enjoy the diet because the food plan was very good when it comes right down to it. You could eat chicken and steak and fatty pork skins, and you can have eggs and butter and cream, heavy cream, and there's a lot of food there that's fun to eat. But what happened with me, I stopped really eating enough salads, and I could not go to the bathroom good. I mean, if you don't go, it's one of those subjects we all have to go, and I was like constipated most of the time. That wasn't good for me, so I found I need roughage, I need a mixture of food, and my body works good that way. Yeah, Holly, I know. Sometimes, you see the free foods and you're like, yeah, but I don't feel like having radishes tonight. Hi, Lori. Yeah, colon cancer, and I don't want to be tested, so I don't want to eat. I've been trying to eat, I eat a lot of chicken. I eat a lot of eggs and chicken. Good bread, like seeded breads. I love rye bread and pumpernickel. And, I don't know. I just, I haven't been really cooking a lot for myself lately. But anyway, yeah, I just really the keto was it's a fun thing to be able to go and have all that stuff, but after a while it didn't feel good. And if I did it right, I probably would have felt better. But uh, I never did it the way I should have done it. I should have been eating much more roughage and salads. Yeah, I've never been tested for that in Love with Health. No, I always turn it down. They always want to do that. And I'm like, "Yeah, I just don't want to do it." What looked like a can? I'm trying to figure out what. Your friendly ghost, what did you say? I lost it. Good night, Maryland. So nice that you came in. I hope you continue to feel better and come back. Keep coming back. It works if you work it. That's my program, right? Hi, Mary. Did you get the painting today? Or this week? I hope so. Not yet. Oh. I don't know. I can't find it. Okay. Let's see. Hopefully tomorrow, Mary. Yeah. In Love with Health said, okay, real talk time. I have a friend who found it and just had tumor removed, then lived until she got dementia and COVID. 13 years. Sam didn't test and it was too late when found. I'm not going to be tested for it, so I'm terrible. Don't do as I do. I couldn't drink that stuff that you have to drink just to get ready for that test. Kathy just did that. It's horrible. Well, we're glad we're making you laugh, Maya. No, I'm not going to get the flu shot either. I'm bad. Don't listen to me. Go get your flu shots. I know usually the case is you're scared for nothing, right? Yeah, I'm just not one that I don't go to the doctor unless I really have to. I'm going to have to go to the doctor probably in the next month because every so often I need the pills that I do take renewed, and you got to go in. And that's okay because then I'll weigh myself and she'll say, "Wow, you lost." Well, actually I've noticed that even when you lose weight, doctors don't say anything to me. And I've always heard like heavy people go to the doctor and the doctor scolds them and puts them on a diet and tells them that they're fat. I have never, and I've always been overweight, quote unquote. Um, and I've never had a doctor go, you've got to lose weight. So last time I went, I told them I went like, I think it was December, and I was already starting to go towards Weight Watchers. See, In Love with Health says she's never had a mammogram. I've had a mammogram, and I won't be having any more of those either. Sassy said, no, I'm flu shot with a no. I always get sicker than a dog. Yeah, I don't even want that stuff in me. But the thing about it is, if somebody gets like the flu shot because they feel better at it, and maybe it works for them, or they live in a area that they think they're going to get it, that's great. I don't care. And we all should do what we feel is okay and not judge each other either. Interesting, isn't it, though? Like, I've heard people say that doctors have scolded them and want them on a strict diet. And I've even asked, like, they just, they're just trying to, they're just getting their day through. I don't think I've really got a good doctor anymore. Yeah, I don't judge anybody. I don't care. Whatever y'all want to do, as long as you're happy, you know. I had a mammogram in the late 90s. I think it was like 98 or maybe 99. It's a long time ago now. But anyway, they saw a lump. So they sent me to an ultrasound after the mammogram. And then during the ultrasound, I'm not like scared to death, of course, because anything to do with things like that are terrible. on you. You know, you're always so nervous and freaked out. And they said that, I said, well, if it was your wife or your daughter, would you, want that lump removed? Does it look like you should get it out? And she said, yeah. So they booked the appointment, and I did have to go in and get the lump removed. It was benign, thank God. I had a feeling it would be benign, but it took like weeks before it all was over with. It was torture. I hated it, and I'm not doing it again. And I live in an area where you're lucky if there's a doctor, really. And I don't know which doctors come out, live in this area of Texas, little small town. They're small town doctors. To go to Abilene to another doctor, that's the only other case. Molly says, did my first ones a couple of years ago. The prep was miserable. It made me feel sick, but the test was painless and interesting, and I remained awake and watched from the beginning to the end. Kathy, she said the worst part for her was because she was sicker than a dog. She was in the bathroom for 2 days. She did not feel good. Yeah, I had like a lipoma, is what they call it. And that's a tumor, like fatty tumor that's not cancerous, thank God. We all have to just kind of do what we feel is right for us, and never the twain shall meet, I guess. Wow, Sassy's Lassie says, my mom had many, many mammograms and died of breast cancer, and I blame it all on the radiation from the x-rays. It really, I don't know. All I know is that I don't need it. I'll live as long as God lets me live. TMI now. We're getting into TMI. Oh, man. It is, Cameron. It is the quality of life. I'm going to live as long as I live. I mean, if I've got a pain going on, or, you know what I mean, if I have to go to the doctor because something's really wrong and I know it, I'm not going to go. But I know they do a lot of tests, and I believe it that it's good for some people. But for me, I don't know. My family, both my parents died with stroke related deaths. So, I don't know. Yeah, I go when I have to go to the doctor. That's it. I don't just like Kathy's husband, Mark. He goes to the doctor at the drop of a hat. He goes and they find stuff. You go to the doctor and you're in your 60s and maybe even your 70s, whatever, even in your 50s. And if you go and search, eventually you'll find something wrong with you. You really will. And they'll give you tests because that's how they stay in business. I don't want to have a stroke either, but I'm going to live my life to the fullest, and that's it. Yeah, Mark goes to the doctor for like anything and everything. He thought he needed cataract surgery, and we're like, no, you don't. He went to the eye doctor and he didn't need it. Someday in the future. Yeah, in the future. I think he's just turned 65. He's fine. Oh wow, Cameron says, if only we could know, it would be nice to have a lovely lunch with friends and then just say goodbye, and walk towards the light. Yes, it would be. Georgiana, hi Georgiana. She said just had cataract surgery on both eyes. It was almost $9,000 for each eye. See, they're crazy that the amount of money that it costs to do things. I was just watching like an hour video on people that are like the poor people, how they live, different families and situations. And it just, oh my gosh, it's very depressing, really. Lion's mane mushroom powder. That sounds really strange. Wow. I definitely don't want to get on any pills. As a matter of fact, when I go to the doctor, I've been, oh, you should be on a cholesterol medication, which I don't even have a high cholesterol. Or you should, I was depressed many years ago, like 10, 20 years ago. I went to my doctor and he wanted to put me on Prozac. I said no. I got over it. I got through it. You know, we can get through things without pills. See, Cameron says over there in the UK that cataracts, there's no cost at all. So our country is messed up when it comes right down to it. That's how I feel, Mohammed. He says if he was American, he would never go to the hospital. It's just too expensive. Well, sometimes you get like insurance if you work for somebody, and you can go to the doctor without. Like I'm on Humana Advantage, and so it's not too bad. It's $25 to go to the doctor, regular doctor, and $40 for a specialist. And then if I go to the emergency room, I think it's $75. And then, of course, you pay 20%, which, you know. Well, I wish that people would, I mean, what you're talking about in Love with Health, I know how you know what you're into. Um, turkey tail mushroom powder is not something you can go to the store and get. What's up, Rosie? I'm not going anywhere. Oh, you want to get up on the couch? Hold on, like I gotta. This is cute. Let me move. Okay, get up there. Yeah, Lily said I'll move down here, and you move there, and never the twain shall meet. There they are. That's funny. I don't even have. I mean, the 20%. I think Humana Advantage. I think they pay it. I think I do have that, actually. I just never go. And the only thing I've done, I had an MRI when I first got here. When I first moved here, I was in Kathy's kitchen. And above the stove, she had this heavy rack full of heavy duty glass jars of pennies. And it was just really heavy. And I'm sitting there stirring something I was cooking at her stove. And the whole thing fell down on my head. Now it's screwed into the wall. It wasn't screwed in good. And I had to get an MRI. And that was like, my share was like, I think over $250. Cameron says the MRI technology comes from Scotland in the 60s, developed in Aberdeen. Cool. Little history there for us. Mohammed says health is a human right and should be free for all of us. Yeah, I think so too. I really do. I don't know what the problem is with our country. Has just it's been and anything like that. I don't get it. It was shocking, Maya, when the thing fell on my head. I had a big lump on my head, I think like over here, and my neck went out. And I had to go to therapy, and I went to a chiropractor and the doctor, and yeah. But it worked itself out. The body has a beautiful thing. The body heals itself. A lot of times, the body will heal itself. You just have to take the time. Professor Mallard invented the MRI technology, and I met him 10 years ago. Wow. Cool. Nice to have gotten to meet someone like him. Oh, Constantine, I was mixing. I don't even know what I was making now, but all this stuff just started. It just went forward and bam, and I thought I was knocked out. I actually said, Kathy, am I bleeding? Because it hit so hard. I got a hard head, I guess. Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah, the body heals itself in a lot of ways. It's just like the computer. This is funny. I just thought about this. You know how when a computer goes haywire and it's all messed up? A lot of people try to fix it. They fix it. They try to find the right answer. The best thing you can do is to turn it off, turn it back on, and reboot it. And the same thing with the body. If you have a sickness and you're getting over it, it's gonna hopefully, not everything, but hopefully it will heal itself if you eat good and you rest and get your, and take care of yourself. So that's interesting subjects we've tossed on tonight. And anybody in here that is not subscribed to me, please click the subscribe button. I have a Facebook and an Instagram that I load stuff up all the time on. I have a Patreon. I have an Etsy shop. So I know most of you already know all this, but you never know who's listening. And I do videos at least a couple times a week, plus live streams on Fridays and Mondays right now. Subject to change. Commercial's over. Yes, Constantine says rest and sleep is very important. When the body's healing, and if we drink a lot of water, good water too, and we get our sleep, and if you hang in there and maybe like with backaches and neck aches and stuff, I had it for a long time. I had, heat, ice and heat. It does help, and therapy helped. Eventually it went away. Thank you, Reluctant. Thank you for that. Hi, Life Unboxed. How are you? Miriam. Marion and her son, Patrick, are my friends in real life, too. They came here and spent about a week right behind the house here, so it was so nice. I wish you guys would come back. And when I lived in Alabama, Patrick and I were buddies. Yeah, we hung out together. I'm doing great. I am. I'm fine. I've taken off about 30 pounds in the last, I started Weight Watchers January 6th. It's very slow, but steady. That helps. Really, Patrick bought a house in Tennessee. Is he getting off the road now? Is he done with RVing? Thank you. Wow, he bought a house. I'm going to have to call him up. I haven't talked to him in a long time. He says he's not done, but you think he's done with traveling. Well, he's been traveling quite a few years now, and, everything gets old after a while. So, maybe he needs a little break, have some solid house under him, around him, and then he'll get the urge again, and he'll be able to close up his home base. And Tennessee's a beautiful state, it really is, and he'll be near his kids. I think that's really good, actually. I didn't do as much travel as I thought I was going to do. I came from Florida with my travel trailer, my truck, spent a lot of time in Alabama at an RV park, which I enjoyed, and then here to Texas. And I just realized that it's not that much fun. People, they make it look so wonderful to be on the road full time, but at least this type of travel with a trailer and a truck and dogs, it was not fun travel. It was get me somewhere so I can unpack and relax. And so for me, I wasn't able to get into it like that. And if you're traveling with someone again, then you've got like a partner in crime, and you can like set the place up half the amount of time, you know, and go see what's around you with someone, so you can make memories together. And alone, it's alone, and that's why people travel a lot in caravan. They find people that are traveling and hang out together, sharing expenses, all of it, just the adventure. Um, I really miss having a partner. Of course, Cameron, Bob Wells, he is the big kahuna when it comes to the RV world and YouTube. I have watched everybody, all of the YouTubers that are into RVing. At least now, maybe there's more because I'm not as interested in it. But yeah, oh yeah. I don't know how Bob can live in a van full time. I could never do that. That's so small, and it would be very difficult. Yes, Constantine. Chico and Patrick were really good friends, and the three of us hung out together in Alabama. I've got several videos when I lived in my RV park in Alabama with Patrick and Chico. Went to dinner and meals, went out sightseeing. Yeah. You're going to start traveling again in October. Like, when you say you're going to start traveling again, how are you going to travel? You're not going to be with Patrick? Yeah, I had some fun with those guys, and I really miss Chico. And he was a really he became a real close friend, even when we didn't live in the same town. Him and I would talk on the phone and just talk. Are you going to be driving this 34-foot Class A, Marion? Really? That's how you found me, through Chico's channel? I didn't know that, Constantine. It's all related. It's interesting how we all are part of each other. I'll have to watch your channel, everybody. Life Unboxed. She's going to start traveling, and it's not with Patrick, I take it. So when I was in over at Amanda's area of the country we were visiting, she got me to look at dating on Facebook, which I never even looked at before. Now, living in my area, people that they live far away from me. There's one guy in Knox City, and he is so strange. I don't know. And if you ask somebody a question and they don't even answer it, it's someone I've been chatting with on YouTube for 3 years. Is it a female or a male? I guess we're playing a guessing game, Marion. Kathy, hi, sweetie. Welcome, totally, Kathy. Nice to see you here. A male? No male. No, wait a minute. No, and then male, laugh. Explain. Oh my gosh. Cameron said I found you through Deborah Joy to Caravan Carolyn, then to you. It was nice to discover you. Well, I'm so glad you did. Vanilla Rain met some strange guy. Oh, yeah. It's a man. Oh, Marion. Marion, you need to call me on the telephone. I want to talk. I'm so glad you are, Cameron, and I love the necklace you sent me. Did you all see the necklace that Cameron sent me? Well, I need to show it one more time. Scottish agate from his grandmother. Yup, it's right here. I will wear it from time to time. That would be pretty on here too, wouldn't it? Look, it's the same length. I'll wear it just for the heck of it. It's so pretty. Wow, look at you in love with health. Good night, Barbara, or good morning, Barbara. Have a good day out there in Australia. Yes, Marion, that was sent to me from Cameron, who's here from Scotland. Yes. I just love to know that it was just part of his life in Scotland, and it's got such energy, the stones. And they're always cold. These are always chilly. It is. Fortunate I have such nice people that follow me and send me things and stuff. I have a P.O. box, and I love to get cards and notes, and I've gotten so many. So many. I know. I'm happy for you too, in love with health. Yeah, I don't know. But if you put this to your face, it's cold. A man of mystery. I'd love to see you in person, Cameron. I'd like to hear your voice. Do you want to go to a Zoom party with me? I'm so glad for you in love with health to meet somebody. It's hard to meet people. It really is. There's because by the time you're in your, 50s, 60s, 70s, you're set in your ways. It's hard. It's hard. And plus I live like 100 miles from the city. Zoom is free so that I could invite you if you had Zoom. Then we could talk to each other and, you know, get to visit. Wow, that is so great. In Love with Health's got this man who's in her life, surprised her with a pave diamond necklace. On my birthday, expected a kiss and a card. I bet you're blown away. That's a nice gentleman. Kathy, can you invite Cameron? How do we do that? Because it's not my Zoom party, it's Kathy's. Well, it's all of ours too, but Kathy runs it. But I would love to have you join. I don't even know if you have to get Zoom to join. You just need a camera, right, Kathy? Constantine, it is cool to hear voices, to see their faces. I really appreciate it because I'm always on here and I don't get you guys. You're not like there to talk to me so I can see you. 3 a.m. We get together on Saturdays at about 7 p.m. It's just a few people. It's really not a party like per se, like welcome everybody. It's just a bunch of people that meet like once a week to talk to each other. I don't think you have to get Zoom. I think you just need to make sure I have your address, your email, and then we get invited, and it's automatic, right? You don't need to like download anything. Kathy, do you have to download Zoom to be able to get on? Hi, Whispers in the Wind. Nice to see you. Kathy, answer. I forget. I don't think you do. Oh, okay. Maybe it is a good idea to download the program. Okay, I know I downloaded the program, and actually for free you can do 45-minute Zooms with people. One person or up to 100. Well, I don't think you can do 100 for free. But after you, if you want to pay for Zoom, then you can have like 100 people in hours. Hello, Dirk from Michigan. Constantine said he had to download it. But it's very simple, very easy. Whispers in the Wind, my trailer is 27 foot with one slide out. It is 3 a.m., Cameron. Get your tushy to bed. That would be awesome. Good night, Cameron. Thank you, honey, for coming in. All the way to Scotland. Oh, boy. I'm a lucky girl. I have some wonderful friends that I've met right here. Right here. Whispers in the Wind that I just got from camping. And we used a 25-foot trailer with no slide out. And we had 4 people. I found it tight but relaxing. And sat under the stars. Yeah, when you're camping, you're outside. But that's a lot for not having a slide out. 25, it's less than mine. It's doable. You can talk to one person at a time when you download Zoom for free, right? But more than one over 45 minutes, you have to pay for it. Okay, so there's a few rules, but you still can do it without paying. Zoom is a very happening app, Molly. I know. I'd like to win the lottery myself. I would love to update my living arrangements. Yeah, Zoom has been a really good way to connect to people, and you can see people, and it's I mean, you can't go partying out like you used to. It really is an easy app and lots of fun. Yeah, the slide out really helps. I sit in the slide out. It's not a big one. If I was doing it a completely different layout, if I was building it. My Valance. You mean this? Oh, this came with it. Yeah. When I got the trailer, it had mini blinds, like white mini blinds, and they were messing up. So Kathy, when she came to visit me in Alabama, we went to the one of the Dollar General. And I don't know if it was which dollar store it was. Bought these drapes, and she cut them, and I had enough for the whole place. Yep, the Zoom meetings are like a party. I love it. Thank you, In Love with Health, by the way. Um, a question was, do you think an RV is similar to a tiny home? Yeah. Yeah, it's really the same as a tiny home. It is a tiny home. Everything you need is here, and the only difference of the tiny home is you can, have them build, and they're built a little differently, but basically it's a tiny home. Yeah, my slide out was just the dining room. If I've seen where the it's more than the dining, like a giant super slide out. I wish I had that. We tell secrets. Kathy, don't say anything. Well, what we say is what happens in Zoom stays in Zoom. Well, my bathroom is I have a black tank, and when I moved it here, I had a plumber come and he got a sewer. The black tank goes into a white plastic, whatever you call them, in right into the sewer. So I keep my black tank closed, and then when it fills, it takes a few weeks, maybe 2, 3 weeks. I know it. I can tell, and I just go outside and then I open up the side and hit the black, open it up, and it all runs down the sewer. So that's the good thing. I don't ever have to deal with it. Good night, Molly. That's exactly the way I am living with health. She says, it is a tiny home. Love mine. Feel secure, not homeless after loss of a husband and house in previous life. Now I feel blessed. That's where I'm at. I definitely feel like I have a home, and I don't ever have to leave this area. I could replace this and build a tiny home right here if I wanted, if I was able. I'm in my home base. But it lasts. It's not the best RV in the world. But you know what's neat about it is after a while, you know how the water heater works. Now I know how to do this. How to defrost my refrigerator and keep it working good. That's important. How to clean my vents and my air conditioner on top of the roof at least every few months. You have to keep up because things will go bad. And you just want to make sure that they don't. Kathy, I'll see you tomorrow, and thank you for coming in. That's the neat thing if you have kids and they're like in different parts of the country. At least if you live in an RV of some sort, whether it's a trailer or a motorhome or a Class C, a van, whatever, you can drive to your family and spend time, and then be able to still get away and go and see things. There's a lot of good things. Wow, Whispers, you've been looking for something for a while. She says, I have not had my water running. I live where I have a bathroom and kitchen in another building on friend's property, so I have been lazy about learning my systems. Well, you do after a while. When I first moved in, I took my RV and put it in Florida, not far from where I lived, for about 3 months. And I remember having a leak under my stove. There's like where the water pipes are. And I didn't know what to do. And thank God, there's always someone that helps. A man across the way that was really just a friend came over and showed me what he was doing, and he got down. It's hard because you got to be on the floor. It's always the bottom. But that was like the first thing that needed to be fixed. And then the toilet, I put a on off valve. I had him put an on off valve in my bathroom so that if it never would overflow. I have the control. What's up, Lily? Are you talking? She's talking. Anyway. Thanks, Whispers. I try. I mean, I'm not always happy. But I have learned, though, just how important each day is, because people pass away and people get sick, and they don't have the quality of life. And for every day you wake up and you're able to get yourself up, and do things and take care of stuff, and look at the sky and watch plants grow, and have the dogs. And You got to just turn any negative around into something positive, because it's too easy to be down, just to go down that tunnel of depression. And I don't want to do that. Wow. In Love with Health says my son is married to a traveling nurse and they have a 41-foot giant fifth wheel. He went to school to become a certified RV tech. Smart. There is a huge need for people like him that know all the systems. Oh, yeah. And there's always people that do know. Aw, well, I'm glad that I can help a little bit, you know? This has been a hard year for everybody. You have had, a lot of people are real stuck in their ways, and when things happen, they don't take to it too easily, the changes. And I mean, the mask, wearing the mask to me is still torture. Um, it's something that I don't want to give up. You know, I can't stand having my nose covered, but I'm doing it. I'm doing it when I go somewhere, of course. I mean, this has been a heavy year to have to do that, and I hope that we can get back to being able to hug each other and be together. Hi, Susan. Always good. I'm glad you say hello. We just got to make the best of whatever God's given us. You know, whatever life throws at you, you just can't let it get you to the point where you can't get up anymore and you feel so down, because it's not a good feeling. And we're lucky that we're alive. We really are. I know I mourned very hard when my husband passed away, and my father and mother and my sister. But when my husband passed away, that was the heaviest mourning. It actually took a couple years at least for me to even, just not constantly feel the loss and think about it. It's been 6 years. I'm glad that you can at least Zoom and video chat with people in your life that you can't be with, because that has got to be the hardest thing yet. And I think the worst thing about the COVID thing is if you do get sick and you got to go to the hospital, you're alone. That is the worst part. I can't even imagine having to be in the hospital and not have family around to help take the time up and hold your hand and communicate. So that I think is one of the worst things that's happened. Susan Louise Darnell. She says, I am glad I practiced how to be on my own in a small space. One lawyer friend told me all you need is a booth to work in. Small is beautiful. Maya says, life is good when you wake up in the morning and have the things you prayed about the night before. That's right. In Love with Health says, you can't know until you go through the loss of a spouse. Until you do, it is out of body type experience, and I have lost 9 to 10 other around the same time, but the spouse is different. Oh yeah. I mean, I lost my sister when I was 24, and that was a horrible blow. Our family really grieved. And then years later, my mother and father passed. My dad in 1997, my mom in 1999. And I met my husband in the year 2000, 2001, January, like the very beginning. He filled my life up. He took the grief that I was feeling away, and I was so loved, and I felt so much love for him that when he passed away and he got sick, and it was horrible, horrible feelings. And it did take a long time. And if you're going through it and you're grieving, and maybe you come in here to get away from it, I'm not trying to bring you down either. I think you just need to know you don't get over it, you get through it. You learn to get through the situations and the days, and you remember that the more you love the person, the more grief you'll have. So, it's heavy. Yep, Sassy, some days I just, I mean, it was a real good partnership. That was it. You know how there's a cover for every pot type of thing? So, you know, yeah, no, I think about that too. Like Susan says, well, many of us are reticent to get close again, and because of loss, I I think it's hard have another mate. Some people, like I know this lady in town here, she's in her I think she's in her like 40. She was married to this young doctor, not real young, but they weren't old. And he died and she grieved, and then she's already engaged, and it's only been less than a year. I don't know how you do that, but I can't do that. But now I'm ready. I think now, if there ever is a time that I'm going to have another friend, partner, love, it would be soon, because otherwise I'm going to be too old to do anything. I remember when he first got diagnosed, and it was shocking that he had a malignancy. Just the word. And we came home that day, and he was still walking. He was still ambulatory and in not good shape. But I just thought, oh my God, I'm going to die with you. But he didn't want that. What our mates want is us to be happy for them, to fulfill some of the dreams together. That's why I did the RV too. That's what we were going to do. So I did it. You know, you got to get through things. You don't get over the pain. It comes back and gets you. There's certain times a year. My dad's birthday is September 22nd. I light a candle for him. And my mom's birthday is December 31st, New Year's. Yep. But I think April and May are the hardest months for me. The weird thing is my sister passed away April 8th in 1974, long time ago. My dad passed away on April 8th, 1997. Isn't that strange? So April 8th is a real tough day for me. Oh, Maya, wow. She said, my husband's been gone 5 years. I wasn't looking for anyone. Then I met a guy I adored him, and he passed 4 years ago. Yeah, I thought of that. Like, at one point, um, I'll leave it nameless, but I was thinking of being with someone, and like they were sick, and they still are. And, you get together with someone, and when you do that, it's for better or for worse. You're a partner. When you make a commitment, you don't leave each other out in the cold because someone's sick. And it does scare me, that part, the caretaking part. But if I make a commitment, it's a commitment, and I would do everything I could for a new partner, just like I would for my husband. Susan says, when you do a small ritual like light a candle for a loved one, please consider doing it in front of us. I love to be with anyone virtually doing such small acts of grace. Ah, well, I got two candles recently. They're called Yortzeit candles. In the Jewish belief, you light a Yortzeit candle, and that's what I do, and say a prayer and think. I think every day of my family, actually. And I love my friend Kathy. She is closest thing to me, actually, on earth right now. Kathy's sister friend, and her mom is 90, and I mean, we, you know, that it's inevitable that these pain and losses come to all of us. And yeah, it's heavy. Okay, I'll show you. Whoa. This is a yahrzeit candle. They last 24 hours. Yeah, they last 20. You light them and they last 24 hours. I always put it on a little tray just to be careful. And that's what they look like. You can buy them at grocery stores usually. Not around here. I had to buy that one when I was in Abilene. Kathy lives with her husband right here on the property in her own house. Yeah. Somebody asked me if it snows here, one of the comments, and it snows, but not that much. We had one big snow last year, and it was really fun, and it melted away within a few days. And sometimes you'll get light snow a couple times, but nothing major. Oh, that's heavy, Maya. Involved with, in love with health says I'm a psychic and my husband comes back. My youngest son is a bit freaked out about me talking with people who have passed. He just told me a story the other day about how his dad came to him, came and protected. Yeah, in our dreams, our loved ones come to us. I really believe that. They don't leave us. They are just harder to get a hold of sometimes when you want to talk. I just talk sometimes when I'm driving in his truck. It was his truck. I will talk to my husband out loud. And sometimes I'll make up songs. And whatever I'm thinking, I just sing it out loud. Yeah, we all handle our grief and our heavy things that happen to us in each in our own way. Um, just know that, you know, that the pain you're feeling is because you love that person so much, and they're always with you. I feel like I have angels on my shoulders, my family. That's heavy stuff there, Susan. I went to a life reader, a lady that supposedly read past lives. This is when I was, I think maybe 20 years old with my sister and friends. She told me that I have this fear of bleeding. My nose bleeds. When my nose bled many times in my life. I've got a real weak vein on the right. But she told me that I died. That I was hit over the head in a past life and bled to death through my nose, and that's why I have a fear. Wow, Constantine, you do the same thing. Yeah, I have some great conversations while I drive. I talk to myself too. I say you are going to have a good day because you're going to, that's what you're going to have. There is no ifs, ands or buts. I know, Maya. I have had this has been a range of topics today. So, yeah, you're right. Susan says, well, essentially I lost everyone I knew when I was 36 except my two boys, so I like to talk about them and believe them, believe they come close. I think when you talk about someone, my sister's name was Noreen Sheila, and she, died young, and she had so many friends. She had a huge funeral. Wow. That's, oh man, I tell you, we all have so much, and we all have a lot to share. You know, when you're hit your late 50s, your 60s, your 70s, you have a lot of living that you've done and a lot of things to share. And one of the things about YouTube that I really love is being able to share my feelings and emotions or my things that I've gone through. And I like to hear other people's. That's why I love YouTube too. I like to watch. I'm a voyeur anyway. I love to watch. I have had some interesting dreams in the last few years of my family, my mother and father being right there, and sometimes when they're there, it seems like they're alive, and so strange that like we're talking like nothing ever happened. And my husband hasn't been around in a long time, but I've had dreams of him right there next to me, lying there next to me. But I haven't had any dreams lately when it comes right down to it. So we've really had some wonderful discussions tonight. I really appreciate you all sticking around and coming in here. And I actually have more thumbs up than I have people in here, which I'm very pleased. And thank you so much for the thumbs up and the company. We take good care of each other. It is good to get on all sorts of topics, and whether they're not everybody's going to love every topic, but you know, if you hang around long enough, the topic's going to change. I never plan these things. Like I said, I'm not a planner, I'm not a budgeter. I'm just gonna I happen to be okay though. I have a good sense of you know what I need to do. I get things done. I do make lists sometimes of what I need to do. So I'm going to end this lovely chat. I've really enjoyed it. And when it gets to this time in our lives, you know what? Friends. Friends are the most important thing. Because families, they come and go. They die in your life. Not everybody. If you're lucky, you don't lose that many people. But friendships go all the way. All the way. Brian Lee, thank you. It's good to have you here. Yes, Fridays and Mondays is what I've been doing lately. About 7:30 Central Time, 8:30 in the evening Eastern. But I happen to think that friends are treasures in our life, and you know, to be a good friend, you want to be a good listener. You don't have to be on top of each other to be best friends, to be good close friends. Just I'm just very fortunate with friends, and I say, you know, if you have a few good friends, you're very rich. And I hope to continue having my good friends in my life, and I have new ones. I'm really, really pleased. Thank you so much. I really enjoyed tonight. And check out my Etsy shop if you're in the mood. And I'll see you guys soon. Peace out, my friends. Love y'all.